Alright. I'm gonna talk about Xbox in a minute. But we talking about to all you Steam Deck lovers, man. What's up with it? Here we go again with another news for you. Man, you guys are getting spoiled. But we talking about the Steam Deck store anyway. You guys are getting spoiled. You don't deserve this gift. No, I'm just kidding. Sit here playing around. Alright, let me stop joking around here. We're on PCNGamesHere.com. Saw this nice little article about the Steam Deck store. We're talking Valve here. Yeah, Valve, and we need Half-Life 3. Come on now, we know you can count. And we need Left 4 Dead 3. Quit playing. But anyway, here's the news here. The title goes like this. Here's what the Steam store looked like on Steam Deck. Uh-oh. And it says here, Valve Steam Deck handheld system releases later this year, at least, for those who lucky enough to have pre-ordered very early. Yeah. But one of the bigger question mark is now Steam itself will look and run on the console. Now we finally have an idea of how the Steam store will look in the new tablet mode coming to Steam Deck. Tablet mode. See, wait a minute. See the Wii U was the first tablet. Hey, you got the idea from the Wii U, so stop cheating. But anyway, look. Let me keep reading this. It says here, we've long known that Steam Big Picture mode was getting replaced with whatever version of Steam would be running on the Steam Deck, even for those that don't own the handheld. But Valve hasn't really offered a good idea of how it's actually going to look or how users will interact with Steam Store on the new UI. UI stands for user interface. Get it? Alright. Said here, thanks to our Steam's DB creator, Pavel Djunk, we know how our first preview of how the Steam Store will look on the Steam Deck new user interface, which Valve is apparently also calling tablet mode. Tablet mode. Wii U had a tablet. Wii U had a tablet. Remember that. Anyway, it says the screenshot can be seen in Djunk's tweet screen, and it says showing the Steam Deck version of the page for Counter-Strike, GTFO, the search page and account details, and then it goes down here. See here, where we at? Okay, let me keep going. It says, by the looks of it, the new user interface is quite a straightforward design that obviously been built for touchscreen controls. Most of the information is in a bar to the right, including the price and the purchase button, and the search page look like it's featured a pop-out preference box. Check it out below. And here go the tweet from Twitter, and it shows what the storefront looks like and how you handle your business in the store. But anyway, let me keep going here. It says the Steam Deck will begin shipping The Steam Deck will begin shipping in December for a lucky few, and the new user interface will probably be replaced Big Picture mode in the PC version of Steam around the same time. Valve is definitely taking the Steam Deck seriously, like I said before, including hiring people to test all 50,000 plus games. That is the biggest launch to date. That is the biggest launch. Valve had the greatest launch in video game history. 50,000. Anyway, 50 games on Steam in the handheld. It's even patched Half-Life 2 for the first time in years. Okay, so now we know why Half-Life didn't get patched. You were working on the Steam Deck all along, huh? Alright. Getting involved in the conversation by heading over to our Facebook page and the Instagram page. Okay, that's the end of the article. Anyway, so you Steam Deck lovers, Steam Deck mob and nation. You guys are getting spoiled like the Xbox users are. you got a new user interface, so I guess it will replace the original user interface. Sorry about that. And Valve is making sure that their fans needs are being met, by taking care of business, getting all the games tested out, making sure they run correctly on the Steam Deck. User interface, the user interface gets an upgrade, and they're just going to move along from there. And they're taking this very seriously, like I said before in the videos before. So Valve is they got their hands full right now, But just remember one thing: the word tablet came from the word Wii U tablet. Y'all gonna be like, wait a minute, man, PC been had tablets. What are you talking about? But anyway, look. But other than that, man, the Steam Deck, man, 50,000 plus games. Wow. And they're sorted out in like what, 4 categories. And yeah. Plus they're hiring, for people to test these games out to make sure they work. So nice little check to go collect if you're into game testing, that is. And Valve is not playing around with this. They saw an opening. They saw an opening, and I guess they just went straight for it. So now we know why Half-Life 2 didn't get the updates that it was getting. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they had another Left 4 Dead in the works. They're trying to keep it. They're probably trying to keep it all hush hush, But the Steam Deck was like a main priority, They saw an opening and they just went for it, So yeah, a lot of Windows users, Linux users, Apple users are looking forward to this, And to trying the new handheld out. Even modders, And what's good about the Steam Deck is that especially like for Linux users, they got Proton and Wine, but now they got that anti-cheat software, so they're gonna be able to have access to a lot of games that they weren't able to before, So yeah, things is looking good for Linux users, because I'm a Linux user myself. But anyway, but also for Apple users too, even Apple users and Windows users, they benefit from it too. So they get to play gaming on. They get to play a lot of PC games on the go, So yeah, and Valve's gonna go from there, So of course it's gonna go through some bumps in the road, but at the same time they got to it's all about, when it comes to this console business, it's all about staying the course, seeing things all the way through, like how Microsoft did with Xbox One. They see things all the way through. They never gave up on it, And yeah, built a nice infrastructure and then moved on from there. So yeah, that's how Valve got to approach this. It ain't about who sells the most and all that. It sounds good and all, but if you've been paying attention to Xbox or Microsoft, it's all about that infrastructure action, man. Gotta have that infrastructure in place. So yeah, that's the way to approach it. That's the way to approach it. You're gonna get your sales numbers, but but another question is this too. It's like, okay, what good is sales numbers if your infrastructure is not intact? So it ain't about that. It ain't about sales anymore, man. It's about having an infrastructure, to meet the demands, to meet the demands of today, so you can keep up with tomorrow, man. So yeah, because there's like 7 to 8 billion people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? 7 to 8 billion. So yeah, you better have so when it comes to video games now, it ain't about who sells the most anymore. You better have an infrastructure in place. to keep up with the demands, man. So that's what it comes down to. And look at Microsoft. Their Xbox fans is just enjoying life, because they took care of business. Everybody, other console fans, kept talking about it's about sales and exclusive. Microsoft said, okay, we're gonna show the world that it's not about sales, that it's not always about sales and exclusive. They just fell back and went to work. They just fell back, stepped out the limelight for a little bit, and went to work. And look at Xbox One. Look at Xbox One. So that's how Steam got to approach this. It ain't about who sell the most. Because what is the point of having a Steam Deck if you ain't got your infrastructure intact? What is the point? So don't. It's not about salesmen. It's about having a infrastructure, having a network, and having some features to go with it, and then you deal with the sales numbers later. So that's how they got to approach it. When Phil Spencer came in on Xbox, he told everybody, told the world this: sales ain't the end all be all to video games. And PlayStation fans and Nintendo fans kept laughing. It ain't fun. It ain't funny no more. Look at Xbox One. People said Xbox One was dead. How is Xbox One dead when you're about to play, let's see here, Forza Horizon 5, Battlefield, Call of Duty, and Halo? How's Xbox One dead? So when it comes to Valve now, you know what I'm saying? The same rule applies. You better have an infrastructure with a network to deal with the deal with the traffic. So yeah, that's what it comes down to, and then deal with the sales numbers later. So yeah, Microsoft, they're about that infrastructure action, man. That's all they do, straight infrastructure, and they live with the result. And they are and yes, they are making their money, but guess what? They don't talk about it. That's not for the public. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Valve got to approach this. That's how Valve got to approach the Steam Deck. Especially in the video game market. It's about taking care of that infrastructure and that network, man. Gotta have that. Especially when you're dealing with 7 to 8 billion people. Gotta have it. Yeah. So, but the Steam Deck right now, it looks good. It's 50,000 plus games. How many hours in a day here? Let's see here. What? 24 hours in a day. 8 hours of sleep. I got 50,000 plus games. How many of those games can you finish within a year? That's the real question now. So yeah, they got the games, but how many of them can you finish? Anyway, man, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing for Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.